Hey Cancer, I just pulled some cards for you, and honestly, I need to share what came through because the energy here is absolutely beautiful. I'm seeing something really special unfolding in your life right now, and I think you need to hear this. So I pulled the Four of Wands first, and this card is literally celebration, homecoming, that feeling when everything just clicks into place. You know what I'm talking about. It's like when you've been working towards something for so long and suddenly you can see the finish line. The universe is telling me that you're about to enter, or maybe you're already in this phase where things are coming together in ways you didn't even plan. I'm seeing stability, harmony, maybe even a celebration coming your way. This could be related to your home life, a relationship reaching a beautiful milestone, or even a project you've been pouring your heart into finally bearing fruit. The energy here feels warm and welcoming, like coming home after a long journey. There's this sense of achievement but also relief, like you can finally breathe and enjoy what you've built. What really stands out to me is that this isn't just about one area of your life. The Four of Wands talks about creating a foundation that supports everything else. So whatever is manifesting right now has the potential to positively impact multiple aspects of your world. I'm getting this feeling that some of you might be planning something special, maybe a gathering or an event that brings people together. Or perhaps you're the one being celebrated. Either way, there's this joyful, almost festive energy surrounding you. The universe is basically saying that your efforts haven't gone unnoticed, and now it's time to enjoy the rewards. This is your moment to feel proud of how far you've come. Then I pulled the Page of Wands, and this is where things get really interesting. This card represents new beginnings, fresh inspiration, that spark of excitement when you discover something that lights you up inside. I'm feeling like the universe is sending you messages, little signs and synchronicities that are guiding you towards something meaningful. Have you been noticing things lately? Repeated numbers, random encounters, conversations that seem to address exactly what you've been thinking about? That's this Page of Wands energy at work. This card also talks about exploring new territories, being brave enough to step into the unknown with curiosity rather than fear. I'm sensing that some of you might be on the verge of starting something new, maybe a creative project, a new chapter in your personal development, or even exploring a passion you've always wanted to pursue but never had the courage to. The beautiful thing about this energy is that it's playful and light. You don't have to have everything figured out right now. The Page of Wands encourages you to experiment, to try things, to be open to whatever comes your way. There's also this sense of youthful enthusiasm here. Like the universe is reminding you to approach life with wonder and excitement. Maybe you've been feeling stuck or heavy lately, and this card is saying it's time to shake that off and reconnect with what makes you feel alive. I'm also picking up on communication here. The page often brings news or messages, so don't be surprised if you receive information soon that shifts your perspective or opens up new possibilities. This could come through a conversation, an email, a social media post, really anywhere. The key is to stay alert and receptive. Now the Three of Pentacles came through, and this card is all about collaboration, teamwork, mastery. I'm seeing that the miracles happening in your life aren't just happening in isolation. There are people around you, maybe some you already know and some you haven't met yet, who are going to play important roles in what's unfolding. This card tells me that when you combine your skills and talents with others who complement what you bring to the table, magic happens. I'm getting this strong feeling that some of you might be working on something that requires collaboration, whether that's in your career, a personal project, or even in your relationships. The Three of Pentacles is saying that the right people are showing up at the right time. These are individuals who see your value, who appreciate what you contribute, and who want to build something meaningful with you. There's mutual respect here, a sense of everyone bringing their best to create something greater than what any single person could achieve alone. What I find really beautiful about this card in your reading is that it's validating your expertise and your hard work. You've been developing your skills, learning, growing, and now you're at a point where others are recognizing that. This could manifest as opportunities for advancement in your career, invitations to participate in projects that excite you, or deeper connections with people who truly get you. The energy here feels productive and constructive. Things are being built, foundations are being laid, and you're an essential part of that process. I'm also sensing that for some of you, this might involve learning from someone else or teaching someone what you know. There's this exchange of knowledge and experience that's incredibly fulfilling. The Ten of Cups appeared, and I have to tell you, this is one of the most beautiful cards in the entire deck. This is about emotional fulfillment, happiness, harmony in relationships, that sense of having everything you need to feel complete. When I see this card, I think of those moments when you look around at your life and just feel grateful. When your heart is full, and you know that you're exactly where you're meant to be. The universe is telling you that this level of contentment is not only possible for you, but it's actively manifesting right now. I'm seeing harmonious relationships, whether romantic, familial, or friendships that feel like family. There's this sense of being surrounded by love and support, of knowing that you have people in your corner who genuinely care about your well-being. For those of you in romantic relationships, this card suggests a deepening of your connection, moving into a phase where you both feel secure, happy, and aligned in your vision for the future. If you're single, the Ten of Cups indicates that you're creating the internal conditions to attract that kind of fulfilling partnership. You're healing, you're becoming clearer about what you want, and you're raising your vibration to match the love you deserve. But this card isn't just about romance. It's about overall life satisfaction, feeling at peace with where you are and excited about where you're going. I'm getting this sense that some of you have been through some challenging times, maybe dealing with conflict, disappointment, or uncertainty. The Ten of Cups is the universe's way of saying that those difficult chapters are closing and you're entering a period of sweetness and joy. This is your reward for staying true to yourself, for not giving up, for choosing love and hope even when things were hard. Next came the Nine of Wands, and this card really speaks to your resilience, Cancer. This is about perseverance, standing your ground, protecting what you've built even when you're tired. I'm sensing that some of you have been through a lot lately. You've faced challenges, overcome obstacles, maybe even dealt with people or situations that tested your strength. The Nine of Wands acknowledges all of that. It's saying, I see you. I see how hard you've worked. I see how much you've endured. But here's what's important about this card appearing in your reading right now. You're not meant to keep fighting forever. This card often appears when you're near the end of a difficult cycle, when victory is closer than you think. The universe is asking you to hold on just a little bit longer, to not give up right before the breakthrough happens. I'm feeling like some of you might be experiencing what I call warrior weariness, that bone-deep exhaustion that comes from being strong for too long. The Nine of Wands validates that feeling, but also reminds you that you have reserves of strength you haven't even tapped into yet. You're more capable than you realize. At the same time, this card is about setting boundaries and protecting your energy. You've worked too hard and come too far to let anyone or anything derail your progress now. This might mean saying no to things that drain you, distancing yourself from negative influences, or simply giving yourself permission to rest and recharge. The miracles that are unfolding need you to be present and energized to fully receive them, so taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's essential. The Knight of Pentacles rode into your reading, and this energy is steady, reliable, committed. This knight doesn't rush, doesn't take shortcuts, doesn't get distracted by shiny objects. He knows what he wants, and he's willing to put in the consistent effort to get there. I'm seeing that the miracles happening in your life are supported by this grounded, practical energy. It's not about overnight success or sudden windfalls, although those can happen too. It's about the cumulative effect of showing up every day, doing the work, staying focused on your goals. The Knight of Pentacles is telling you that your discipline and dedication are paying off. You might not see dramatic changes every single day, but when you look back over the past few months or even the past year, you'll realize how much ground you've covered. This card also represents someone who might be entering your life or is already present, someone dependable and trustworthy who supports your goals and dreams. This could be a romantic partner, a business associate, a mentor, or a friend. Whoever this person is, they bring stability and practical help. They're not all talk, they follow through on their commitments. I'm also getting that this card is encouraging you to embody these qualities yourself. Be the person who shows up consistently, who honors their word, who takes practical steps toward their dreams even when motivation wanes. The Knight of Pentacles knows that success is built through daily habits and choices, not through occasional bursts of effort. There's something deeply satisfying about this energy. a quiet confidence that comes from knowing you're on the right path and willing to stay the course. Then the Two of Swords appeared, and this card brings up the theme of decisions, inner conflict, needing to make a choice. I'm sensing that despite all the positive energy flowing toward you, there might be a decision you've been avoiding or a situation where you're feeling stuck between two options. The figure in this card is blindfolded, representing how sometimes we block ourselves from seeing the truth because we're afraid of what we might discover or what we might have to do once we know. The universe is gently nudging you to remove that blindfold, to look honestly at what's in front of you, and to trust yourself to make the right choice. I'm feeling like some of you might be dealing with a situation where you're trying to keep the peace or avoid conflict by not taking a side or making a decision. The Two of Swords suggests that this state of indecision is actually more uncomfortable than choosing would be. There's a stalemate energy here, a sense of being frozen or paralyzed. But here's what's important. You already know what you need to do. Deep down, your intuition is clear. The challenge is trusting that inner knowing and being willing to act on it, even if it means disappointing someone or changing your plans. This card often appears when we're overthinking things, trying to logic our way through something that actually requires us to feel our way forward. As a Cancer, you're naturally intuitive and emotionally intelligent. This is your superpower. The Two of Swords is asking you to tap into that, to quiet the mental noise and listen to what your heart is telling you. Once you make that decision, once you choose your path, everything else will start to flow again. The miracles can't fully land while you're holding yourself in this suspended state. The Four of Pentacles showed up, and this card is about security, control, holding on to what you have. I'm seeing that some of you might be in a phase where you're focused on stability, maybe being a bit cautious with your resources or protective of what you've accumulated. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. After all, it's wise to be mindful about how we use our time, energy, and money. The Four of Pentacles acknowledges the value of being grounded and secure. However, this card can also indicate that fear is causing you to hold on too tightly, to resist change, or to miss out on opportunities because you're too focused on protecting what you already have. The universe is asking you to find a balance here. Yes, be responsible and thoughtful about your resources. But don't let fear of loss prevent you from receiving the abundance that's trying to reach you. I'm getting this sense that some of you might need to loosen your grip a little, to trust that the universe will provide, to be willing to invest in yourself or in opportunities that could bring growth. There's also an energetic component to this card. When we hold on too tightly to anything, whether it's money, possessions, relationships, or even old beliefs and patterns, we create stagnation. Energy needs to flow. The Four of Pentacles is reminding you that receiving and giving are part of the same cycle. You can't keep receiving if you never release anything. This might mean donating things you no longer need, investing in your growth and development, or simply being more generous with your time and attention toward others. The miracles that are unfolding for you require some space to land, so creating that space by releasing what's no longer serving you is important. The World card came through, and this is absolutely powerful. This is the final card of the major arcana, representing completion, achievement, the culmination of a long journey. When I see the World in a reading, I know something significant is wrapping up and you're about to step into a new cycle at a higher level. Everything you've been working toward, all the lessons you've learned, all the challenges you've overcome, they're all coming together to create this moment of success and fulfillment. The World is cosmic in its scope. It's not just about one area of your life, it's about you as a whole person reaching a new level of integration and wholeness. I'm seeing that the miracles happening for you right now are connected to your personal evolution, your spiritual growth, your ability to see the bigger picture. You're understanding things about yourself and about life that you couldn't have grasped before. There's wisdom here, maturity, a sense of having arrived at a place of greater clarity and peace. The World also represents being recognized and celebrated for your achievements. You've put in the work, and now the results are visible not just to you but to others as well. This could manifest as recognition in your career, acknowledgement from people you respect, or simply the internal satisfaction of knowing you've accomplished something meaningful. I'm also getting that this card is about feeling connected, not just to the people in your life but to something larger, the universe, spirit, your higher self. There's this sense of being in alignment, of moving through life with grace and purpose. The world is telling you that you're exactly where you're supposed to be, and everything that's happened has led you to this moment. Finally, the Nine of Cups appeared, and this card is literally known as the wish card. This is about satisfaction, contentment, getting what you want. When I see this card in a reading, I know that desires are being fulfilled, prayers are being answered, wishes are coming true. The universe is delivering on its promises to you. The figure in this card sits with 9 cups behind them, representing emotional fulfillment and having everything they need. There's this sense of abundance, not just materially, but emotionally and spiritually as well. I'm feeling like some of you have been holding wishes close to your heart, things you want so badly, but maybe haven't fully allowed yourself to believe are possible. The Nine of Cups is saying those wishes are valid and they're manifesting. This might not happen exactly the way you imagined, because the universe often surprises us with how it delivers our blessings, but the essence of what you desire is coming. This card also talks about self-satisfaction, feeling proud of who you are and what you've created. You don't need external validation to know your worth, although it's nice when it comes. You're complete within yourself. There's a maturity here, an understanding that happiness comes from within, that you have the power to create the life you want. The Nine of Cups appearing as your final card in this reading feels like the universe putting a beautiful bow on everything. It's confirming that yes, incredible miracles are unfolding, yes, everything is working out, and yes, you deserve every bit of the goodness coming your way. So Cancer, when I look at these cards together, I'm seeing this beautiful story of celebration, new beginnings, collaboration, emotional fulfillment, resilience, steady progress, necessary decisions, security, completion, and wishes fulfilled. Everything is working together for your highest good right now. The universe has your back in ways you might not even fully see yet. Things are happening behind the scenes. Pieces are falling into place, and soon you'll be able to look back and see how perfectly everything was orchestrated. The miracles aren't just coming, they're already here. Some of them are obvious, but others are subtle, working beneath the surface, preparing the ground for even bigger blessings. Your job is to stay open, to trust the process, to keep doing the work you know you need to do, and to believe that you're worthy of everything good that's manifesting. This is your time, Cancer. Smile, because the inexplicable really is happening, and it's all working out exactly as it should. I'm so excited for you and everything that's unfolding in your life right now.